Good morning. So, new video of James Speed Shop. We're back at Johan Over at jbover.nl. He has two of these very nice Volvo V70Rs, second generation. So what we're going to do today is take you a look around the car and show you all the details, do a test drive. And this will be a very nice one because I did a Volvo 2 years ago, also an R. And it's a pretty popular video, so I think it's just a car that's really good in the market. So, and it's just a very comfortable car, but also very usable. And the R has also very nice performance. So this particular car is a 2003 model. The second generation is built from 2000 till 2007. So this generation came on the market straight off from 2000. So was delivered with a 2.5 liter 5-cylinder turbo engine and 4-wheel drive system. So let's have a look. So what is different on the R is also the front bumper. It's a little bit more sportive, bigger openings and that sort of stuff. Standard on the R is also xenon headlights with the washers, of course. Also, this car is delivered on 18-inch wheels normally, but this car has a second generation or a generation after this R wheels. And this is 19-inch 235 in the front, and also bigger brakes, 330mm brakes in the front and in the rear. And this is also brembo brake calipers. So this car is also lowered, I think a centimeter or 5, because it's pretty low. It does not rub, so I think that's pretty good. Also in the rear, of course, 19-inch. I think this is also 235. Yeah, 245 also in the back, also 330mm. Only the calipers are a little bit smaller. It's 4 pots in the front and 4 pot in the back. So the stance of this car is really nice. Also the rear bumper is a little bit different. And also this ring is, I think, also found on the normal models. But yeah, the overall look already is very nice of V70. So let's have a look inside. Nice brown orange interior. I think it's a very nice color. It's full of luxury, electrical windows, electrical mirrors, fully adjustable seats with memory. They are a little bit more sportive seats than the standard versions have. Also the blue gauges are also found in the R version. Some badging. So this particular car is delivered with a 5-speed sequential transmission. There is also a manual version available. So this is an automatic 5-speed. And you also have a sport function. And I think it's only for the transmission and for the exhaust. You can hear a louder exhaust, so it's going around the rear muffler. And also you have here the 4C system, active chassis settings. So I will explain that later on. So first of all nice leather interior. Also a sunroof in here. Also our badging, of course, also in the doors. You can see it reflecting maybe. In the back, nice space. Nice family car, I think. Very spacious and very clean. Also electrical windows in the back, of course. Then we got the big boot. So like this you got 485 liters. If you fold down the rear seats, that's 2-1 separate. You can also leave one seat down or one seat up, two seats down, or way around. So you got 1641 liters of boot space in here, what is pretty big. So I think this is also pretty nice, matching matte for the interior, like the same colors interior. It's pretty nice. I think it's never used if you look like this. Also we still have a spare wheel and a jack and that sort of stuff. Batteries in the back here. So nice car. I think the look is very nice on these wheels. And the interior color is just, yeah. You may you need to like it, of course, but I think with the grey outside and this interior color, I think it's very nice. So let's have a look under the hood. So there it is. Also, like the last version, the version before this, is also the blue valve covers on the R engine. So 2521 cc's 5-cylinder turbo engine. It's connected to a 5-speed automatic. So this particular engine delivers 300 horsepower at 6000 rpms and 350 Nm from 1800 till 6000 rpms. So what is the difference? That a manual version delivers also 300 horsepower but at 5500 rpm, so it's 500 horsepower earlier, or 500 rpms earlier, and the torque is 50 Nm higher. It's 400 Nm from off 1920 rpms, 1950 rpms till 5500 rpm, so it's a little bit different in a manual version. So also the performance from 0 to 100 is a little bit different. So the engine it's a pretty reliable setup. So this particular car is completely standard as far as I know. Only there is been put in open air filter with a cold airflow box, and it is lowered in the 19-inch wheels. For the rest, this particular car is completely standard. So I think we should do a test drive in this beauty. So let's have a drive in the V70R, second generation. Pretty nice sound. Japanese girlfriend talking again. Sounds pretty nice. The first meters just a normal setting, because there's also a sport setting. That, as far as I know, is putting the exhaust in a louder level and shifting a little bit different, and your throttle position is a little bit different. That's also controlled when you put it in the advanced setting of the 4C chassis control system. So I will try that in a few minutes how that works. So it's a nice spacey feeling. It's a comfortable seating position. The seat is grabbing you very nice. So that's pretty good. So if I put it now in sport, you hear the engine a little bit more. It's a little bit more aggressive on the gas straight away. It is a little bit bumpy road. We'll go to a tarmac road in a few minutes. So built from 2000 till 2007, the second generation. From the first year along, from 2000, the R was available. It was different than the previous generation, because that one came on the market in 96 and it was only available from 97, I thought. So with this generation, 2.5 liter 5-cylinder turbo, so 2521 cc's in total, delivered with a 5-speed automatic sequential transmission and a manual 6 manual 6-speed. It was a little bit different in power delivery. I don't know really why, but the power delivery was 300 horsepower on both cars, but the torque delivery was 50 Nm more on the manual transmission version, and that was then 400 Nm. So if you have a look to the power delivery, you could say that there is a little bit different in tuning, or I don't think the turbos are really different, but this particular car delivers max horsepower at 6,000 RPMs, and the manual version delivers it at 5,500 RPM, so that's earlier. So you could say that the boost pressure is a little bit higher, because also the torque delivery is higher, and if you want to have more torque with the same turbo at the same RPM range, you don't, if you make it bigger, then it will be later. So more power at an earlier point cannot be a bigger turbo, so it should be more pressure. So if you compare that, then it should be a little bit more boost pressure in a manual version than in this particular version. So why that is, I don't know. I don't think automatic transmission would be really less reliable with 50 Nm. It can be the thing, but I think it's not really the case, I think, because if you remember this particular car, you would have the same power delivery, I think. So let's put it in advanced setting and have a look if the transmission is also, yes, then it's also going in S mode. So the S mode is what I could found, is that it's the transmission and the throttle response is better, but all what I did not found on the internet is that there's also flaps in exhaust, so that is also controlled with that. So the 4C system is a system that has sensors in the car, and that read out your driving capability. So if you're going to a corner, it will measure the car that's going over to the other side, and then put the dampers on that side more stiffer setting. So that's pretty fast. I think there was something about 500 times a second or something. There's a lot of measurements going on in that setting. So in the normal V70s, there was also a 4C suspension setting available, but it was optional, and you only get the comfort setting and the sport setting. So the comfort setting is just for normal driving. So I put it in comfort, then it's the most easy driving car. So it's most comfortable with you going on long distance and that sort of stuff. So the shock absorbers are just in the most comfortable setting. If you go into the sport setting, it was also available in the the sport setting. It was also available in normal V70s. Then you got just a stiffer setup, like I put it now. You can feel it's just more stiffer setup transmission, and also the S system for the transmission is still out. So if you're now going to the advanced setting that is not in the V70 normal versions, then put my mirrors a little bit in a good position so I can see also behind me. So if you put it in an advanced setting, then it's going to the most stiffest setting, and what is also described as, if you put it in this setting, you need the most flat tarmac road, and you can really feel that there's almost no there's no body roll at all. But I think it's a pretty nice setting. You see there's a small corner here. Let's have a look how good it will go through it. It's just half throttle. It sounds awesome. It's a little bit bumpy now in the advanced setting, but back in sport. And then if you put it in sport, as mode is going out, you can immediately feel that the transmission is shifting back to a higher gear. So that's into a high gear. So very nice settings. So this car is pretty full delivered. So it was standard that this 4C system was standard on the R. So all the other cars was optional. It has standard leather interior, standard headed xenon headlights, 11 speaker sound systems. So it was a very luxury car. Everything, a complete electrical package, air conditioning, that sort of stuff was all available. So pretty full car. So this particular car is for sale at youngtimers.nl. If you want to know more about this particular car, look below the video. There's a link to his website. You can also go to my website, yamspeedshop.com. So see it here. So I think it's now time to do an acceleration test. So this particular car should do 0 to 100 in 7.7 seconds. That's for the automatic version. The manual version should do it in 5.9 seconds. So we will see how good this automatic car can do that. So let's have a look. In this automatic version it should be possible to accelerate from 0 to 100 in 7.7 seconds. So I have it in advanced mode. So I also put the transmission in sport mode and the throttle in sport mode. So let's have a look. Is pretty nice. So about the four-wheel drive system, it's a Haldex four-wheel drive system. What it means is that normally you can see it as a front-wheel drive car, that if grip is lost it will catch up with the rear wheels. So that's the same system that also uses in Audis and Volkswagens. So there is a wet clutch in the middle. If the torque on the front, if the front wheels are going to turn faster than the back wheels, that's how it works. That's normal also with an automatic clutch. Then it will take the rear wheels with them, and it can be up to 50% of the torque can send to both wheels. So the max torque delivery to the back wheels is 50%. In normal driving condition, if you don't have traction loss, then is 95 in the front and 5% in the back. So I think it's a pretty nice system, and it works pretty good. So hope you like this video about this V70R second generation. So I really like these particular cars because they are still a little bit like a wolf in sheep's clothing. So it's just yeah, nice power delivery, nice transmission. You can shift in between different ride qualities like suspension and transmission and sound. So I think it's a pretty full car, and the overall look of V70R is already pretty good, so you don't have to do a lot to make this car pretty cool. So like in this particular version it's a little bit lower, than you got 19-inch wheels, and it looks pretty awesome, I think. So it's I think a pretty nice car. So if you have interest in this particular model or the other V70R that's also for sale at Gateway Over, have a look below the video. There's a link to this particular car and to his website, and you can also find the other V70R. That's a black one or darker color. It's like dark blue or something. Also pretty nice, same building year. So this particular car has done 86,000 kilometers, so that's pretty nothing, I think. So yeah, overall good car, good condition. It drives very nice. So have a look on JB Over's website, and you can also find this particular car on my website, jamesspeedshop.com. That's over here. If you want to see more reviews of my channel, have a look in the right corner for you. There's my logo, you can click on it, you go to my main page of my YouTube channel and subscribe, put the bell on, and see you for the next video. Bye bye.